Fire crews are making progress against the deadly infernos that have devastated our region, but returning Santa Ana winds could bring more danger in a matter of hours. Good evening. You're watching the news at 5. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell. Micah Ullman has the night off. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, at least 24 people have been killed in the fires, and sadly, officials expect to find more remains as they search the burn areas. At least 16 of those victims died in the Eaton fire, which has charred more than 14,000 acres and is 33% contained. The death toll in the Palisades fire is 8, according to the coroner's office. That fire has burned nearly 24,000 acres and is 14% contained. We have team coverage on both fires, plus details on the arrested looters and how you can help those affected by the fires.
And we are going to start off with Vera Jimenez. She has details on more dangerous winds that are headed our way. And Vera, I know a lot of people are on edge about this.
Indeed, we all are. We are expecting more gusty winds, and with that, low relative humidity. So that means once again, the red flag warnings are back. Some of those are going to begin as early as tonight, and we are going to see them stick around until Wednesday at 6 p.m. Anywhere in this red shaded area means that you are going to be under threat of those gusty winds. The only good news is that these winds aren't going to be nearly as strong as what we had last week, even though they are definitely going to be dangerous. But remember that the most important point is that there needs to be an ignition. And as long as we are really careful and we don't have an ignition, then it's just going to be about the gusty winds. But the relative humidity values are going to be low. So we need to make sure that we're very vigilant and that we are very careful because, as you can see, this is going to be a widespread event from Ventura to LA County, except for the coastal basin, but Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, all under this red flag warning. In some areas, the winds are going to be stronger than in others. Keep in mind that some of those favored passes and canyons is where we are going to see the biggest threat. So it's not going to be as big of a widespread event like last week when the winds were everywhere. This time it's going to be focused more along those favored passes and corridors, meaning the 210, the 118, the 14-5 split heading through the Newhall Pass. In the Inland Empire, we're talking the 91 in and out of Corona and Orange County, the 15 in and out of the Cajon Pass, and of course the Banning Pass as well. Those are going to be the favorite passes and canyons that are going to feel the biggest impact. And we're talking wind gusts of up to as much as 50, 60, and possibly even 70 miles per hour, although I do believe that those are going to be more isolated. So we'll take a look at more details, more of the winds and what you can expect, and we'll time it out for you as we move towards Wednesday. In the meantime, though, I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of areas of concern. Vera, thank you. All right, minutes ago, Sky 5 over the Palisades fire burn area, where investigators are looking at the possible site of the fire's origin. KTLA's Gil Levis was in Sky 5. He has more on that.
You're looking at the Palisades Highlands area now. We see a team of more than a dozen investigators out here on this fire road. This is going to be Split Rock Fire Road and Temescal Fire Road in that area now. This is the area very close to where the fire first broke out on Tuesday morning, and you can see several of those investigators in this area. They have a couple of vehicles out here. They're going along this fire road looking for evidence of any kind of start from this fire. I can show you the team here, but I'm going to come down the trail here a little bit to a rock formation. We spotted them there just a little while ago. Let me come out to a wide shot and get relocated as we come around. But it's this one at the bottom of your screen now. They had set up some crime scene tape all around this area. Let me see if I can zoom back in here and find it as we come around. But this is the area that they were looking at as a point of interest just a little while ago up in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, well, the deadly Palisades fire has already taken so much from so many, but now survivors are dealing with looters taking advantage of evacuated victims by ransacking their homes.
KTLA's Sarah Welch joining us live. She is in Pacific Palisades, where she spoke with a family who returned to find their home burglarized. Sarah, hard to believe.
It's unimaginable that somebody would stoop that low. But yes, we did speak with a man who had an opportunity to get back up here just for a couple of minutes over the weekend. He got to his house. It hadn't burned, but the doors were kicked in. And because he could only stay for a short time, he was unable to really figure out what exactly had been taken.
how could anybody take advantage of people that had already been affected by a fire?
But Gennaro Rossetti had it happen to him.
I noticed that somebody had kicked in the dining room door.
Rossetti, grateful his home hadn't burned, had waited nearly 12 hours Saturday to get back up into his Palisades house to grab medicine and important papers. And that's when he saw he'd been burglarized.
Somebody got into the house, but I wasn't able to determine what they took because it was too dark to see. It clearly wasn't firefighters because there was no fire at the house to get into, and it was not a place where would be the first site of entry.
Looting is a huge worry for those with homes still standing in both the Palisades and Eaton fires. Someone even impersonated a firefighter to break into a house in the Palisades.
We really felt strongly we needed to help.
Sierra Swinney works private security in the Central Valley and is now guarding homes in the burn zone.
We're ready. We're watching.
So is LAPD and the National Guard on patrol, but homeowners we talk to aren't confident they can keep things secure.
They're just understaffed and they have a lot of other things to deal with. I mean, it's not really their fault. I'm sure they're doing the best they can, but yes, no, we're very worried about it.
I'm getting calls nonstop for the last 3 days, 24 hours a day.
Craig Paul of ASC Security says entire blocks are asking for help.
It's 10, 15 families together are hiring us to watch the entire street.
Rossetti and his neighbors are considering the same.
I jammed a chair up against it to secure it in some way, and then I left.
He and others are frustrated by the lack of information from their local officials about when they can get back to their homes.
It's the not knowing that is the most difficult part.
And we did speak with some firefighters. The fire station is just down the block, and even they were saying that is just despicable to think that anyone would stoop that low. They worked so hard to save the houses that they did, and then these people are trying to sneak up here and loot, especially the person who was caught impersonating a firefighter. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Sarah, thank you. With the dangerous high winds returning overnight, firefighters really scrambling now. They want to get the Eaton fire under greater containment.
KTLA's Chris Wolf is live in Pasadena with a unique perspective of these brave heroes. Chris?
Yeah, they certainly are, Cher and Sandy. We are on a hilltop, a cul-de-sac of King Clair Drive here in Pasadena this evening. Quiet now, but imagine a wall of flames surrounding these homes up against that hillside. That was the scene about a week ago when the deadly Eaton fire broke out, but thanks to the heroic efforts of a U.S. Forest Service team, these homes were saved. And we're now getting a heart-pounding and unique look at the disaster through their eyes.
Water tender 34 RV8.
Jonathan, careful, we can't run out of water. Okay, let's let this thing ramp. It starts hitting the house and get after it. This should kind of skirt around here and swing around us, right?
Fighting a deadly and devastating wildfire from the viewpoint of the firefighters on the front line. This is a neighborhood in Pasadena along King Clair Drive shortly after the Eaton fire exploded in the area Tuesday, January 7th, racing down hillsides toward homes.
When we first arrived on scene, we were faced with walls of flames 50 to 100 feet, wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour. I've been fighting fire for 21 years, and this is probably the worst I've ever seen the wind gust, the ember casts, and flame impingement on structures. We've got our hoses ready to go, and our main priority is to extinguish all the spot fires and look at areas on the structures that will be susceptible to get embers into the house, the small crevices, the sliding glass doors, the eaves, the gutters, and making sure that we're completely walking around the house, making sure that we're keeping any of the spot fires small. Grab that one, bro. All right.
We're coming to a chaotic scene and we're trying to bring calmness to everything. So as we're coming in, we're noticing that a lot of people are rushing out. So our main goal is trying to make sure public safety, life and property are good, and then that way we can safely do our job without having to worry about life, and then we can save as many homes as possible.
Task Force 1601 from New York, Structure Customer
And we want to thank all firefighters and law enforcement and public safety personnel for their incredible efforts throughout this tragedy. Right now, let's talk about repopulation. The LA County Sheriff's Department has just announced repopulation efforts in certain communities effective as of 3 p.m. today. However, we should note these areas are still under evacuation warnings, which means people must remain vigilant, on high alert, with all of their valuables packed up and ready to go. All right, we are talking about inside the unincorporated LA County area of the Kinaloa Mesa community, south of Heights Road to New York Drive, and east of Outpost Lane to Sierra Madre Villa Avenue, now open to residents. Still closed to residents, however, the remaining areas of the unincorporated community of Altadena.